Hello, welcome back, friends. If you're new around here, I'm Big Gator. If you came looking for the sharpest tennis bets, you're right where you belong. We are covering 3 different opens, 2 on the clay, 1 on the hard court. We got Gstaad in Switzerland, then we have Båstad in Sweden, and then we have Los Cabos in Mexico. So we are just a bit through the first round, going into the second. So make sure you guys pop into the comments and let me know what you guys are playing for today and tomorrow. And make sure you check out the pinned comment below to see what I'll be playing as well. And if you do enjoy these breakdowns and analysis of the videos, please give the video a like. It goes a long way for me. And please subscribe if you would like to get these picks as soon as they get uploaded. If you would like to donate as well, there's a link. A link that will be in the pinned comment at the very bottom. Completely up to you. It's just there for people that are feeling generous. Okay. With that being said, what are we looking like today? What are we looking like? Any winners? Any losers so far? Me, I only had the 1 ticket. It's still active because of the rain conditions in Båstad. We have a rain out on the clay, so we are interrupted until tomorrow. But we took Dzumhur for a set. He ended up winning in straights against Offner. And then we have the Misalic money line that we're still waiting on. So that'll probably be one of the first matches tomorrow. So fingers crossed for that one. If you are someone that wants to play safe, because this first round, you want to hedge, you can take the underdog and you'll get your monies back in some way with that parlay. So up to you. I'm not doing that, but that's just an option for people. So without further ado, let's get into round 1 and 2-ish. It's more of round 2 in this video, huh? So I think it only makes sense to start with Los Cabos because the video yesterday ended with us getting halfway through Los Cabos. And we still had some matches that are going down tonight. So let's get through those first, and then we'll go through the earlier stuff tomorrow, okay? I know that was a long little rundown, but trust me, there's 3 things going on. So, got to be thorough. All right, so we're going to start with Los Cabos, as I said. I think our first match is going to be... First match we got is... We got a few matches, actually. First one we'll look at is Daniel Altmaier and Mitchell Krueger. Mitchell Krueger. Ugh, I hate when it does this. Okay. Mitchell Krueger and Daniel Altmaier have yet to see each other. But Altmaier is currently 5-8 on the hard courts this season. Not too strong. And then we have 6-9 from Krueger. Krueger's 31. Highest rank he's achieved is 135. And then we have Altmaier, who's 26. He's currently ranked 61. Just looking at their yearly form right now, Krueger is 16-20 this season. Altmaier is 24-23. He played decently well on the clay this season. Not too impressive on the grass, but he did go against some rather impressive people. Medvedev, Mutet, and Diallo. So, can't really fault him for losing those matches, honestly, right? Those guys were in great form on the grass, so he did make it to the 4th round of the French Open. So form seems to be decent. I would take Altmaier to win this one, just outright. He is the favorite, minus 217. So parlay piece for you. If you think Mitchell Krueger's got something to show for it, put it in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what you think. And then we have... Okay, we have one of our favorites. We have Buse Inchakete going against a new guy I have yet to see, some Italian. Mr. Alan Magadan. I couldn't figure out how to pronounce his name. So Buse Inchakete, as we know, he's been having a rough year. He's not a bad player. He just has a rough draw, I feel like, all the time. But he's still young. He's 23. Magadan. Oh, he's Mexican. Okay. So it's a Magadan. He's 4-5 with a 10-7 record this season. He's 24 years old. He's ranked 897. He just beat Mark Leal in straight sets. So, in qualies. I don't know what that really... I don't know what you're going to do with that, but Mark Leal is definitely somebody who plays well on the grass. I mean, on the hard courts, I'm sorry. He plays more than decently. I think he's better on the indoor courts, but nonetheless, he's 24-14 this season, and he's a ranked, 185? So the 24-year-old Mexican, ranked almost 900, might be proving something out here. He is slated to lose at plus 782. If he just beat Leal the way he beat Leal, he's getting a set off of Buse. Call me crazy. The favorite in the Offner and Dzumhur match, I told you, Dzumhur literally played so well against Alvarez. I don't see why he would lose to someone like this on the clay. He didn't lose. He won in straights. This is looking like the same situation. Yes, Magadan is 4-5 on the hard courts. Buse is 3-7. Now, this would be the highest ranking person he would be beating to date, I'm pretty sure. This would be a big win for him. So I don't think he gets the win, but I think he can get a set, dude. And let's see. Him getting a set would be plus 240. Am I tripping? All right, no, we're not gonna stick on this too long. I think he gets a set. We just saw an upset with what was that kid? Fucking what is that kid who beat Taro Daniel last night? Alex Hernandez. That dude was plus 217 to win. No one saw that guy winning in 3. But it's in Mexico, man. You got the back. They seemingly have been playing well in front of their crowds. So, yeah. I got for a set. All right, what's next? We got Wu Yibing going against Tristan Schoolkate. This will be the first time they head to head. About a 140 difference between rank. Schoolkate being 110. Yibing being 259. We'll call him Wu for short for right now. So Wu this year is 14-4 across the season. He's just coming off of winning a hardcourt challenger, the Tyler Challenger in America, last month. He's been doing basically the Learner TN past few weeks. He's been playing some challengers on the hard courts, getting his bearings right. He's barely dropped a set in these. He's dropped a set so far. 2 sets to Liam Draxel. Since the 1st of June, this kid has been winning every match and has only dropped 1 set. I don't think Tristan Schoolkate beats this kid. Schoolkate's 25-15. But if you multiply, let's do some like relative math, right? So he's 25-15, right? Wu is 12-2. So if you multiply that by to just, 2 over 2, put it next to this, you get 24 over 4. Do you trust somebody with a 24-4 record or a 25-15 record? Okay, so no brainer there, right? Then we have Colton Smith and Govind Nanda. I used to cover a bit of Nanda's. I used to bet on Nanda a bit back last year in that Challenger Tour on the hard courts back in September, October, and November, where they were on the hard courts pretty heavily. Nanda was one of the names we used to see a lot. These guys haven't played each other either. Nanda is someone that when I watch him play, he doesn't play like he's ranked 405. He plays like a top 250 player to me. He's ranked 339 at his highest. But the consistency, I guess, just hasn't been there. He's 24, going against Colton Smith, who's 22. Both American. Colton is 5-3 on the hard court, but 23-10 this season. Nanda is 14-11 on the hard courts, but 15-15 this season. So, a bit of a toss-up there, if you ask me. I still think Colton Smith probably gets it done. Just off of rank alone, right? He's ranked 135, so he did get to the semis in Nottingham on the grass. Made it to the second round in Indian Wells, lost to Mickelson a few months back. Lost to Borges in a challenger in the quarterfinals. Got to the quarterfinals in Houston. Yeah, he's in good form. 23-10, going against someone 15-15. I think Colton Smith gets it done here, just off of the form and ranking alone. Even though I want Nanda to get a set. Rooting for the guy. Surprise the people. So. Oops. Let's see. There's 3 more matches for this evening. And we have Duckworth and Mannarino. And these jokers have a decent head-to-head history, finally, right? Last time they played each other was at least in the hard courts, was back in 2022. And it went to a 5th set. There was an early retirement in their last match in Dallas in the indoor hard courts from Duckworth, resulting in a Mannarino win. But yeah, outside of that, it's 2-1 Mannarino. These guys are both 30 plus, 32 plus years of age. They got these guys at pretty even money. Duckworth is honestly the one playing better on the hard courts this year. He's 9-8. Mannarino's 2-9. So I think he plays a bit better on the grass. Historically, that's probably his best surface. So, and then Duckworth, his best surface is actually the clay, but not by much. He seems to be a hard court contender. So, if you're looking to take someone for that one, I would be looking at Duckworth to get it done. Maybe getting it done in 3. Maybe, I don't know if Mannarino even gets a set with how he's been playing on the hard courts. Yeah, nah. Neither of these guys could beat Dmitry Popko. That's funny. But, yeah, so it's up in the air for that one as well. I would take a spread for Duckworth, maybe plus spread, or just taking him outright to win the match. Then next we have Adam Walton and Rodrigo Pacheco Mendez. Surprisingly enough, they have played each other before 2 years ago. And another Mexican challenger. Or in a Mexican challenger. This is not one. Looks like Mendez won in 3 sets 2 years ago. Walton is on a 4-match losing streak. Neither of these guys have popped back onto the hard courts yet. But Walton is 24-14 on the hard courts, and Mendez is 4-4. Okay, so Adam Walton has a 67% win percentage. I would love for him to win this match, but he's lost to him in Mexico before, so I would leave that one alone, honestly. On paper, it's like a pretty open and shut. Seems like he'll win, but we thought the same with Taro Daniel. I thought the same with Taro Daniel. Excuse me. I didn't bet on him, but I would have if I was forced to gun on my head. I'd be like, I think he does it. So. And then last but not least, we're going to get into this one because we haven't talked about him for some time on this channel, and it's because we haven't seen a lot from him, but we do support and are fans of Nisesh Basavareddy on this channel. We do love Basavareddy around here. He's a great player. We've watched him all the way in the Challengers get his rank up from like 2-something. So we have Basavareddy going against Mejia. Nicholas Mejia and Nisesh Basavareddy. First time they'll be seeing each other, ever. Mejia is 11-12 on the hard courts this season with a 24-19 record across all surfaces. He's way better on the clay, 11-5. Basavareddy is 9-5 this season. 14-15 on the hard court. I mean, across all surfaces, but 9-5 on the hard courts. Now, something about Basavareddy is he went 34-11 last season, and then 15-7 on the indoor courts. This kid likes hard courts. Okay, that's all he wants to play is hard courts. Hard courts. My money's on him to win. He's minus 300. It's worth little to nothing, but because I'm looking forward to betting on him because it's been a while, money will be going on him for a parlay piece more than likely. But that wraps up almost everything. There is one more match that we're going to cover that will be taking place right after these guys, which will be the McCabe and Alvarez match. James McCabe and Luis Carlos Alvarez. Carlos Alvarez. All right, so these guys have played each other 0 times before. McCabe Australian, Alvarez Mexican, ranked 784. McCabe ranked 164. McCabe is 15-14 on the hard courts this season. He was 47-28 last year. He's 22-21 across all surfaces this season. Alvarez is 2-2 on the hard courts. He went 13-9 last season. And his current record this season is 5-4 across all surfaces. So he's played. This will be his 10th match this year. I think the buck stops here. McCabe is minus 330 to win, so there you go with that one. And then we can pop over to what's next. Bosta. We can go on to Bosta. Okay. So it looks like we have some interesting matchups coming our way. For those that don't know, like I said earlier, we are still awaiting for a few matches that take place. We have the last four of the first round. Ymer and what's his name? Vande Schunsloop. Botik van der Schunsloop. I'll get better at that one. That's a tough name. And Michael Ymer. And then we have Carabelli and Gardin, and Miselic and Moeller, and then Vera and Navone. We're waiting to see what happens with those. So hopefully Miselic gets it done for us, as we said before. Now we can get into the next stuff, which is going to be round 2. And for that one, we just have Vít Kopriva going against Jesper de Jong. This will be their third head-to-head. They haven't played each other in over 3 years. De Jong was the last successor in the qualies of the French Open. He won 6-3, 6-3 on the clay. Kopriva won in 3 sets back in 2020. So hard to say that would matter at all. Looking at their current form on the clay, Kopriva is 17-7, and De Jong is 16-11. And the thing is, whenever I see De Jong play, he don't play badly, and he doesn't lose by a lot. So I would look for a spread here, honestly. They're even money, so they don't know who's going to win either. This seems like a pretty decent matchup. Probably going to be one of the better matches we probably will see. If you ask me, no fucking clue who wins this one. No, not a single fucking clue. The spreads that you can get for it, let's see, we can get a plus 4.5, but it's going in Kopriva's way. I like that. It's not a bad little parlay piece. That's a little, I don't know. That's a little like risky to just play that, honestly. I think it'll be close, but it's hard to say with how long it's been since these guys have played each other, and the fact that they've only had like one match. One of them didn't even have a full match. Kopriva had a second set retirement from Delian, So De Jong won in straight sets against someone not at the caliber he's at. So it's also hard to say. I won't be playing anything for this one most likely, but the plus 3.5 spread for either one, honestly, doesn't seem to bother me too much. All right, and then we have Andrea Pellegrino going against Talon Griekspoor. They played each other once before, 4 years ago. Griekspoor won in straight sets on the clay, and then Napoli challenger in Italy. It's been some time since then. Hate to say that it would matter now. Pellegrino is 30-13. All of his wins this season have been on the clay. Griekspoor is 12-7 with a 27-14 record. He played all over the place, right? He played a bunch of clay this year. He retired in the fourth round against Zverev in the French Open, but he was gotten pretty far to the fourth round, right? Wasn't bad. He ended up winning Mallorca on the grass right after that, right? So Griekspoor's been in pretty decent form recently, except for his loss to Jensen Brooksby. That was pretty shitty. So we'll see how he does. I'm not going to touch Talon Griekspoor after this. I want to see how he gets back onto the grass. Gets back onto the hard courts. He is only, I'm sorry, not a hard course, the clay. Let's see how he adapts back onto the clay from doing pretty poorly in Wimbledon. Pellegrino seemingly has more playing time on the clay and hasn't seemed to get off of it. So I'm leaning more for, at the very least, for Pellegrino to get a set. I think that's like appropriate in some type of case. I don't know the last time Griekspoor has lost to somebody not within the top 100. Let me see. What's Brooksby's rank? He's just within the top 100 now, but I don't think he was when he lost. When he beat Griekspoor. So it's possible for Griekspoor to lose to somebody outside the top 100. Pellegrino could get a set off of him. Wouldn't be surprised if he did, given his first trip back onto the clay. All right, so next we have, who do we got? Elias Ymer going against Luciano Darderi. I think these guys are friends, if I heard right. They've never played each other professionally, but they've practiced together a bunch. Ymer is, and he looked pretty good against Boyer today. I was watching that match. He looked pretty good. We have Ymer, who's 15-12 on the clay, 22-16 this season. And then we have Darderi, who is 17-11. So very similar, and he's 20-20 this season. So just on paper, Darderi has been losing more, but he's a higher rank by 211 spots. 209, I'm sorry. So hard to say that like his losses count heavier against him. If anything, they're more of a pass. So he's played one match. He dropped a set against Rafael Colleone since coming back from Wimbledon. I want Ymer to win this one, but I think this might be in the hands of Darderi. Those Italians played decently on the clay, and that's his best surface, Darderi. He's a 63% winner on the clay. Excuse me for yawning. And Ymer is 59.9, so almost 60%, but just not quite. So this is both of their best surfaces, but percentage-wise, Darderi is better. So he's minus 380 to win the match. It's a damn shame. I would love for it to go to a third set with Darderi winning, so some certified smoke would probably be, at the very least, 3-1 Darderi. If you're feeling risque. Let me see. I'll do that now, actually. I think it's like +5 something for him to win. +400 something. So, to win like that. Anyway. We have next. Who we got next? We got 2 more? Yep. We got Sebastian Baez going against Nikolai Budkov Kjaer. Baez is 0-4 on the hard courts this year. He has arguably a dog shit record on the hard court. He's 38-40 career wise. He doesn't even have 40 wins on the grass. I mean, on the hard courts since 2016. This kid is 16-9 in the past 2 years. Sorry, we're not even talking about hard courts. I keep forgetting that. Clay. Baez is 16-11, and Budkov Kjaer is 8-8. 27-16 career wise on the clay for Budkov Kjaer, and 240 and 105 for Baez. He's got a 70% win rate. He's minus 300 to win. When was the last time he played? He had an early retirement, and he's on a super stinker. What is this? He is on a 2, 4, 6, 7 match losing streak, including the latest retirement against Jack Draper and Wimbledon. But damn, 6 straight losses on the clay. That makes me think this kid might be able to take a set from him. It's got me thinking. It's got me thinking it. But nor here nor there. It's not even up on my markets, so I can't even take him for a set just yet. It's a little bit too early. And next, we got Hugo Gaston going against Damir Dzumhur. No head-to-head data from these two either. They are 21 ranks apart. We got the lefty Hugo from France, 24, going against the Bosnian 33-year-old Damir Dzumhur, ranked 70. On the clay, Hugo's been having a hard season, but he won that match yesterday against Chun Xing Sing, 6-4, 6-3. Not bad. Dzumhur is 17-13. Gaston is 6-13. They have the same amount of losses. He just has 11 more wins. I think it's safe to say we can add one more to him. I think it's safe to say. But that match isn't even going to be until, I think, Thursday. So, sorry, I was a little bit excited about that one. We can jump into the last tournament which is going to be Gstaad and Switzerland. And for this one, we only have 4 matches, right? We only have 4 that we're getting through for tomorrow. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. Just 4. Okay, so we have Patrick Zahraj going against Roman Burruchaga. They've yet to play each other. Zahraj is ranked 283, 5-9 on the clay this season, not too great. Burruchaga is ranked 136. He is 26-17 on the clay this season. Majority of his wins have been there. Oddly enough, they're only about 4% apart win percentage on the clay. But Burruchaga is for sure the favorite here. So much for favorite. He's minus 650. I don't find that useful to bet on at all. I think it's a bit inflated there. My personal opinion. He should win, but Zahraj isn't just someone you count out, in my opinion. So be willing to see an upset there, or be prepared to if you did bet on it. All right, next we have Kamil Majchrzak going against Ignacio Buse. Their rank are about, he's double his rank. So Majchrzak is 81, Ignacio Buse is 167. Majchrzak's clay record so far has been pretty impressive. He's 12-5. He didn't play too well in the big league stuff, but when it comes to, well, actually, he went to Marrakesh. He played at Marrakesh pretty well. He made it to the semis, lost to Griekspoor, but he ended up winning the Madrid Challenger. Didn't even qualify in the actual Madrid Open. Didn't qualify against Offner in the French Open or the Italian Open, the one in Rome. But it seems like he got his bearings back against Altmaier recently in a 3-setter. Ignacio, on the other hand, let's see what we see on this guy. They're seemingly close in price. Only a slight favorite, 194 for Majchrzak. Ignacio is ranked 167, as we said before, but he's 23-12. He went 44-24 last season on the clay. Most of his wins are on the surface. He is 61% winning on the clay. Majchrzak is 66.5. He beat Riley Opelka because he retired. Lost in the tiebreak. Lost to Borna Kordic. But he's beaten a bunch of people I don't really know too well. There are a bunch of people that are just playing in, I guess, the clay circuit all year round. And challengers and whatnot. I would like Majchrzak to win, but I couldn't tell you outright who gets it done here. Am I seeing things? Does that say Alexander Bublik is playing? Against Alexander Shevchenko? The two Kazakhstan boys? No way. Is this real? Okay. So they played each other once before, last year in February, back in Montpellier. Bublik won in 4 sets on the indoor hard courts. And that was their only play against each other. They'll be playing each other on the clay, so this will be a switch of pace. Shevchenko is 17-14 this season on the clay. Bublik is 15-6. He was playing really well. He played decently in the Turin Challenger. Then he came back in Paris and made it to the quarterfinals against Yannick, which was, I mean, what are you going to do there, right? So I love betting on Bublik when it seems like it's the right thing to do. Does it seem like the right thing to do now? I don't even think he's playing tomorrow. I just saw that and was like, oh my god. But don't think he'll be playing tomorrow. It says that he is, but I don't see it on my sports books. So we're gonna move on. We do have Casper Ruud going against Dominic Stricker. Which will be a funny head-to-head because Stricker has beaten Casper Ruud on the indoor courts back in Basel in Switzerland 2 years ago. Casper Ruud is a pretty raw clay player, right? I think that's his favorite surface, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's a 70% winner on the clay. He's 13-4 this season. He went 25-7 the season before, 22-8 the season before that. But Stricker is 11-6. It's a very similar record than to what we have from Casper Ruud. It's a very similar record. So he's playing well this year. But only at a challenger and ITF level. So it looks like the closest he got was the third round qualification and Wimbledon, but besides that, he's only been in M25 tournaments across Italy, beating Pierre Herbert. May have been one of his first ATP wins. So, yeah, I think so. That may have been his first ATP win. So, good for him. That's huge. Actually, no. He beat Talon Griekspoor last year. I'm talking out my ass. But still a bit young. Casper Ruud's really, really in good form on the clay. So, I mean, he's a favorite. Minus 430. Can't do much about that. Smack it on. Parlay piece it. Do what you got to do. And then last but not least, we have Juan Manuel Cerundolo going against David Goffin, the freak. Glad Goffin came out on top. Did it in straight sets against the young Lena Luthe. Cerundolo is 34-16 on the clay this season. Goffin is 4-3. Goffin has a 65% win rate on the clay, and so does Cerundolo. Shit. Cerundolo is the favorite here. All of his wins this season have been on the clay. He's 34-20. His clay record is 34-16. So he just got smoked on grass and hard courts twice, and that was it. Kept it back to the clay. Goffin is still ranked in the top 70. This guy has dropped out of the top 80 and has trying to find his way back into the top 100. So he's been playing very well. I want to say he does this in about 3 sets. I want to say Goffin gets a set as well. But looks like all I have on my markets for this match is set 1 winner and set 2 winner and the money line. So until that gets updated, I won't have much of a pick for that one. But I think we're pretty long of a video already. We're at, what, 45 fucking minutes? So, with that being said, I'm going to chat shit for the next minute. Wrap things up here. That is all of the draws for everything from this evening until tomorrow. Be on the lookout. I'm going to be putting together whatever plays I think are deemable and valuable enough to play for second round. Let's hope Mislic gets it done for us for the first round pick. And yeah, let's keep this fire hot and smoking. Make sure you guys put into the comments what you guys got going on for these tours as well. I would love to see what you guys are playing. It's quite a lot of matches, quite a lot of value all over the place. Be interested to see what you guys do. It'll probably take me a second to get the pin comment up, but keep an eye out for it and take care of each other. Be nice, be well, and just bet well.